Did you know that the ancient Egyptians believed that the sky was a giant cow? Or that the Aztecs had a god of chocolate? If you want to learn more about these and other fascinating facts on Ancient Civilizations Mythology, then stay tuned for this video. Hello and welcome to Mythology Matters, the channel where we explore the myths and legends of different cultures and times. I'm your host, and today we're going to dive into 11 facts on Ancient Civilizations Mythology that will blow your mind. These facts will show you how diverse, creative, and sometimes bizarre the ancient peoples were in their beliefs and stories. So, without further ado, let's get started. Fact 1. The ancient Egyptians believed that the sky was a giant cow named Nut. She was the mother of the sun god Ra, who was reborn every morning when she gave birth to him. At night, he traveled through her body and emerged from her mouth the next day. Nut also swallowed the stars and planets, which were her other children, and released them at dawn. Fact 2. The ancient Greeks had a goddess of chaos named Eris. She was the one who started the Trojan War by throwing a golden apple into a wedding feast. The apple had the words "for the fairest" written on it, and 3 goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, claimed it. They asked the mortal prince Paris to judge who was the most beautiful, and he chose Aphrodite, who promised him the love of Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world. Helen was already married to the king of Sparta, and when Paris eloped with her, the war began. Fact 3. The ancient Romans had a god of doors and beginnings named Janus. He had 2 faces, one looking forward and one looking backward, symbolizing his ability to see the past and the future. He was also the god of transitions, such as the change of seasons, the start of a new year, and the birth of a new day. That's why the first month of the year is named after him. Fact 4. The ancient Chinese had a goddess of the moon named Chang'e. She was the wife of the archer Hou Yi, who shot down 9 out of 10 suns that were scorching the earth. As a reward, he received a pill of immortality, but he did not want to leave his wife behind. He hid the pill in their home, but one day, when he was away, Chang'e found it and swallowed it. She then flew to the moon, where she became the goddess of the moon. She is accompanied by a jade rabbit, who makes elixirs for her, and a woodcutter, who tries to cut down the cassia tree that grows on the moon. Fact 5. The ancient Mesopotamians had a god of wisdom and writing named Nabu. He was the son of the god of justice and order, Marduk, and the goddess of water and creation, Sarpanit. He was the patron of scribes and scholars. And he invented the cuneiform script, which was the first form of writing in history. He also had a temple in the city of Bossipa, where he kept a record of all human deeds and destinies. Fact 6. The ancient Indians had a god of fire named Agni. He was the messenger of the gods, and he carried the sacrifices of humans to them. He was also the witness of all sacred rites and oaths, and he could not be deceived or corrupted. He had 2 heads, one for the earthly fire and one for the heavenly fire, and he had 7 tongues, each with a different name and color. Fact 7. The ancient Mayans had a god of death named Ah Puch. He was the ruler of the underworld called Xibalba, where he tormented the souls of the wicked. He was depicted as a skeleton or a corpse, with bells on his hair and bones. He was also associated with owls, bats, and dogs, which were considered his messengers and helpers. He was feared by the living, and they tried to avoid mentioning his name or making any noise at night, lest they attract his attention. Fact 8. The ancient Egyptians had a god of the dead named Anubis. He was the son of the god of the earth, Geb, and the goddess of the sky, Nut. He was the one who invented mummification, the process of preserving the bodies of the dead for their afterlife. He also weighed the hearts of the deceased against a feather of truth, to determine whether they were worthy of entering the realm of Osiris, the god of the underworld. If the heart was lighter than the feather, the soul passed the test. If the heart was heavier, it was devoured by a monster called Amit. Fact 9. The ancient Greeks had a god of wine and madness named Dionysus. He was the son of the king of the gods, Zeus, and a mortal woman named Semele. He was born from Zeus's thigh after Zeus rescued him from Semele's womb when she was killed by Zeus's lightning. He was the patron of theater, music, and poetry, and he had a group of followers called the Maenads, who were wild women who danced and drank in his honor. He also had the power to induce ecstasy, frenzy, and hallucinations in his worshippers. Fact 10. The ancient Aztecs had a god of chocolate named Quetzalcoatl. He was the feathered serpent who was the creator of the world and the giver of civilization. He taught the humans how to cultivate maize, cacao, and other crops, as well as how to make pottery, metalwork, and writing. He also gave them a calendar and a code of laws. He was opposed by his brother, Tezcatlipoca, the god of night and sorcery, who tried to ruin his plans and corrupt his creations. Fact 11. The ancient Norse had a god of thunder and lightning named Thor. He was the son of the chief god, Odin, and the earth goddess Fjorgyn. He had a hammer called Mjolnir, which could cause thunderstorms and return to his hand after being thrown. He also had a chariot pulled by 2 goats, Tangrisnir and Tanginjoster, which made the sound of thunder when they ran. He was the protector of the gods and humans, and he fought against the giants and monsters that threatened them. Conclusion. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about these 11 facts on Ancient Civilizations Mythology. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below. Which fact did you find the most interesting or surprising? Do you know any other facts about Ancient Civilizations Mythology that we missed? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Mythology Matters and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos. We post new videos every week, covering myths and legends from all over the world. So if you love mythology, you don't want to miss them. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.